Hello, everyone. It's 7:19 p.m. Hopefully, this is probably, I know it's still kind of early tonight, but this is probably the last video that I'll do this evening. So I had a busy day today, and a busy day today and yesterday. So, um, so, wow. Let me start from early this morning. When I walked out of the room, oh, excuse me, oh. Uh, I'm doing my video in the dark because it would take up way less storage space and the video will upload faster because when I was at the other hotels the Wi-Fi was kind of quick. But this one right here, you know, if I would have done a video with the light on, the video would take all day long to upload. So that's why I'm doing the video in the dark right now. So I don't even know. I guess I'll take the risk of trying to sleep in the dark today because last night keeping the light on all night, even though, you know, me being out on the streets or at certain other public places, I end up being, sleeping in the light all the time. But last night I didn't get to sleep that well at all. So I'm going to try to sleep with the light off tonight. Last night I saw like one baby roach and then a regular roach. And then this morning I saw a roach. So far I saw 3 roaches in this room. So I'm feeling extremely sleep deprived and tired. So this morning, the instant I walked out of my room, my hotel room, they had a man who pretty much bumped into me, lightly bumped into me as I was coming out of my hotel room. So, and he was wearing blue and red. And I went to go down and eat breakfast, you know. So I mean, I don't even know if he strategically was waiting around for me to come out of my room and then pretend and play it off like as if he was randomly just so happened to bump into me, or if he strategically timed himself to walk in the hallway and then bump into me. You know, the moment I came out of my room, I thought nobody was, near my room. So how the hell he just come out of nowhere and nearly bump into me? I'm sorry, he bumped into me lightly, lightly brushed into me. Now, you sick, perverted, perp fag, So anyway, he he was a fake nice perp, but he was probably a perverted Freemason. So then after that, when I walked to breakfast, they had a lady who was wearing a lot of red, and she made it a point to beat me to the lobby area, or the dining area. She wanted to make it there just before me, but she was also fake nice. But she made her waffle and then told me bye and then left. So it seemed like all they have is starchy junk food, really, at these hotels. All they'll give you is like cereal, bread, and juice. and coffee. But this particular hotel had some biscuits and gravy. I just had 2 bowls of the cereal and 1 small cup of apple juice. And I had like 3 spoonfuls of the gravy, but no biscuit this morning. They didn't even have any actual fruit. I had the cereal and milk, two smaller bowls of frosted flakes. So then I was able to get my laundry done, and I should have let them dry a little longer. I should have let my laundry dry a little longer. And then after doing laundry, I dozed off and fell asleep for at least a good hour. And then they had these loud trucks, like with the incident from those illegals that kept disturbing me every morning when I was in Gulf Breeze at that motel. But it was later on, much later on in the day, and it's like that was disturbing my sleep. So then I made it just in time to go wake up and then get dressed and then go to go get my fingerprinting done. So that went well. But when I went to ask for directions, the bus driver was rude, and I had to deal with a couple of rude bus drivers today. Even yesterday when I tried to ask for directions, the bus driver was really smart ass. So then I'm glad I remembered to say what happened super early this morning. So I was up since like before 5 o'clock. I think I was up since 4 something this morning. And then, I couldn't sleep that well. And last night, my legs were swollen so bad that I was afraid that my legs were going to burst open or something. Or I was afraid that I was going to die from, I don't even know if it's possible to die from legs being super swollen. But if I would have slept better, the swelling would have gone down much more, Oh, and I forgot to say that also this morning I had 2 big spoonfuls of coconut oil. So I've been making myself take the coconut oil internally lately, and like ingest the coconut oil. I've been making myself ingest the coconut oil lately, and like I had the big I still have it. It's shrunk halfway, but this big zit in my ear. Last week it was 2 zits, and then they both popped. They both popped, on their own just by me being in the heat, and like I was able to get like the blackheads out, and then later on, a couple of days later, one bigger zit had reformed in my ear. And then next thing you know, I had really bad, painful, swollen lymph nodes in the back of my right ear, the same ear. It was painful. I was afraid that was gonna pop. And so also the entire right side of my head felt extremely tender and numb, and I'm like, damn, this is really scary, because with the tooth abscess, I haven't been able to get dental care or anything, so I've been trying to keep the infection down naturally, and I can't afford to, I can't afford to, get it treated or anything. So I just try to keep the infection down by, I would brush my teeth with the coconut oil, but it clogs drains, so I can't do that. But I don't have the patience to do oil pulling every morning. The patience or the discipline to do oil pulling every morning, but I don't even get the opportunity to brush my teeth or take care of my teeth every day. Same way why I can't take a shower every day. Being homeless on the streets is hard. So whenever I could, I brush my teeth with the bentonite clay and floss, you know, and so all I've been me consuming the coconut oil, the the tooth abscess, it shrunk and the pus is kind of gone and the tooth pain is reduced. So like when I haven't had the coconut oil in a little while, because I recently started consuming it, maybe last month or the month, like I think it was in January before I got up here. I started back up again with consuming the oil, and so I bought another jar, with the money that y'all donated. It was like $6.49 at Kroger. I got the cheapest virgin coconut oil that the store had. So I got that one, and so I would, been consuming it almost every day for the past few days, and like I think it was early Tuesday morning, I took some of the coconut oil. I think it was Monday night or Tuesday night, and then dozed off of sleep for a couple of hours, and then woke up. The the um the swollen lymph node had it reduced drastically. Like I'll say like 75% it reduced, and then it took a couple of days for the lymph node to go away completely. And I don't even feel that numbness or you know all on the right side of my head anymore. So and I forgot to mention that earlier this week because I haven't been able to have time for myself and do videos, of what I really like, some deep thought, with the talking like I'm doing now. So I'm feeling severely sleep deprived right now and trying to hold myself together to even, do a video, So the job yesterday that was supposed to be at the different Home Depot locations. It was like this company that it was this company that I saw on Indeed that wanted you to do like a survey of their of water systems or something like that to customers. And they say basically no experience necessary and all that. And they say you can pick your own hours, but work at least 20 hours a week, at least minimum $15 an hour, and you can get bonuses and all that. They say you can't work at the same store as other people, but you have to do it by yourself. So I figured that, well, if you can choose your own hours, well, that's a win. And then another bonus, another good thing that was that if you can choose your own hours, and also you can kind of pick wherever location you want, but they have certain guidelines and stuff. But I'm feeling bad because they said, well, by 4:00 this afternoon, they said that by 4:00 this afternoon we would have an answer for whether or not we were hired. I try to be optimistic and thought I just knew I was going to get selected and get hired for the job. Well, it turns out he called me 9 minutes later and told me that I wasn't hired and didn't tell me why. But he said, well, we'll keep you in mind, and next time around, you'll be at the top of the list. But yesterday the guy was talking at the group interview, and I felt so embarrassed about my foul odor from, being homeless and not being able to take a shower and stuff. So now today I'm clean and normal, and I had my shower last night, and also clean laundry this morning. So I went to that interview yesterday smelling bad, hoping that I felt embarrassed, hoping that the interviewer didn't smell me, hoping that you know hoping that nobody else in the room smelled me. And I didn't have a way or an opportunity to get to take a shower or have clean clothes. And then they've been forced urinating the shit out of me like crazy lately, even today. So then I don't even know if the man smelled me or not, or and if he did, I don't know if that's the reason why I wasn't selected. But it seems like, as I guess, I don't even know if they were just trying to pretend to be fake polite about it, or if they really would give me another chance, for next time around. So and then another factor, me being targeted could be another reason why, me being a TI could be, and them keeping me, away from employment. That could be another reason why they didn't hire me. So anyway, um, and I felt like I really had my heart set on that job opportunity. So well, I felt like I had my hopes up, but then I told myself not to get disappointed if they told me no, or if I mean, I would have thought that I would have to chase after them, because usually they'll say something like that, and then I'd end up never hearing from them, or if they might be like, well, we'll call y'all and let y'all know a decision whether or not we hired y'all. We'll call y'all by such and such time. So other past group interviews that I've had for certain jobs, I would have a place to live and not be stinky, funky, smelly, or nothing. And it would be a no experience necessary job. And then it'd be like canvassing or whatever. And then they said, well, oh, we'll call y'all such and such. And then next thing you know, I don't hear anything after the group interview. If they say, well, you'll hear from us later on this week, and I hear nothing and don't even get selected. So but yeah, what's with this? They lie and say no experience necessary. We will train you, but then they turn around and say, well, we didn't. This person was a better fit because they got experience. So I mean, that's keeping people unemployed. So then. But anyway, this morning I try to see about housing out here in Kentucky, and I got my hopes up. And they say even if you reside in Cincinnati or Ohio or whatever, I don't have any kids that go to school, but they said that even if you work in Kentucky, if you work in Kentucky, then you can apply for housing. And then they said that the waiting list is 3 months. That's not bad at all. So I got to get on top of my game this coming week to try to get paperwork printed out and try to get the applications printed out and maybe mailed off and stuff. Try to get on the housing list. And for out here too, trying to, for out here. So I mean, I figure I like it better out here than Cincinnati. You know, but yeah, Cincinnati, I know it's very, very city like, but out here is city like also, but it's people seem like they're I mean, it seems like people, it's like not trashy and dirty over here, so but I mean, it's like, so I mean, I emailed and inquired about the housing out here, and trying to put it in the works to trying to get on the list out here. And so but I have to wait until after I get hired for a job. So I don't even know if that was considered a blessing in disguise for me, for them to you know for them to reject me from the other job, because they have two jobs out here that are potentially possibly gonna hire me, and they have somebody that just pulled up. You see the I don't think y'all can see that, the I don't think y'all can see the lighting. This earlier this morning, see, that's distracting. Earlier this morning, they had a red SUV parked. I didn't even film it or take a picture or nothing, but they had a red SUV parked right by my window, and I don't even know if they legitimately stay here or not. Let me see. See, like, what the hell are you doing? And that's the red SUV. And she look at me like I'm not. She's looking at me like I'm not supposed to look out my own window. So I don't even know if she stays here. So yeah, ain't that something? You don't even stay here, and I'm a legit guest, but you're looking at me like as if I'm not even supposed to look out the window, my own window. This is my room for the time that I'm that I'm in here. So she was giving me mean looks, like as if I'm not supposed to look out my own window. So so I was trying to say that it was like a blessing in disguise. Um, a blessing in disguise that that other job had rejected me, because it's in Cincinnati. So um, if they have two jobs that are potentially trying to hire me, you know, but one of them I don't think I can be able to handle it because it's 12-hour shifts and warehouse job. And I know I know realistically I know I'm too disabled for a job like that. And so but the other one I'm not going to say, where I'm not going to give ideas, but so the warehouse job is the job that's $17.05 an hour, and I think they say you work 12 hours and work Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and yeah, 17.05 an hour. But I think it's like that's like 36 hours a week. But um, but some people say you work a lot of overtime. I just wish that I had the physical and mental, eh, you know, endurance to be able to be on my feet for 12 hours without hurting or without pain or anything. So too bad my finances is low. That way I can't even eat healthy like I want to, and try to get my body back up to, if I eat alkaline diet, then it will work amazing wonders where I can be on my feet all day long, and where I can be on my feet all day long, and be able to handle working longer hours. And plus the sleep deprivation is also another hindrance. so so then so yeah, I mean, they say I have to be in one of this county in Kentucky in order to be able to, that I have to be working and show proof of working in this town in order to be able to qualify for the to be on the housing list. So maybe I should wait till after I get the job approved for the job first, and start my first week or so of work, you know, and then um maybe start filling out the paperwork for the housing out here, you know. And the other job is $16 an hour and full time, but I think they told me I couldn't work overtime. But that job, I felt like, well, where would I get um the hours would be 3:45 a.m. all the way until like 12 or 1 p.m. But I don't even know if I should switch it to 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. But I figure if I did it, start it in the middle of the night, I figure it's more quiet in the middle of the night. So that's why I chose that time. But I figure, well, I wouldn't be able to have the opportunity to, you know, before getting the place, if I needed to shower or get clean clothes or whatever, or get rest at night in the hotel room. Wait, maybe I can do it. What am I thinking? Yeah, I could. But the thing is, the idea of checking out of a hotel room at 2 o'clock in the morning just to come to work at 3:45 and try to be there on time or something like that. That would be difficult. I mean, I don't even know how I could work that out. Um, so, and the warehouse job, they say that they pay every week, and that's the one. No, I'm not gonna say. I'm not even gonna say because the online perks. So the warehouse job, they pay every Friday or something, and that's the one I had to get the drug test on Wednesday. But the one with the fingerprinting, that I had to, you know, I had to. That's the one they pay. That's $16 an hour, and they pay every 2 weeks. You know, that's the full time one. And I guess both of them are considered full time, but um, I just because it's like um, so I mean, I thought that maybe I can do either one of those, the warehouse job or the other job, plus the Home Depot job, like working a full time and a part time job. If I can work two jobs, and then that could have get me back on my feet real quick. But nah, they turned me down for with the Home Depot job. It's a third party thing. It's not employment through Home Depot. It was like a third party company, that uses Home Depot, to ask their customers, questions about, home improvement and water filtration and stuff like that. So, when I went to get the fingerprinting done today, I was very pissed off and mad because, after all that I went through at the driver's license place downtown Cincinnati, I was really upset today because I just discovered that it said restriction A. So then I was mad that I discovered that and wondering, well, what could this mean? So I tried to Google it, and it said that there is nowhere on the internet that can be found. So the offices were closed, by a certain time. So I have to wait all the way until Monday to find out what is this restriction. The lady told me I passed the vision test and that I did good on it. I vividly remember her telling me that. So so if that's the vision thing, that's one of the ladies who gave me a hard time, and she was acting like a narcissistic abuser, and she was wearing a red purple with the red shirt. So I think that she put a fake, bogus, phony restriction on my driver's license as another way to keep me or prevent me from driving. For years, I haven't had any restrictions on my license plate, even vision. I used to wear eyeglasses when I was a kid, but I haven't worn or needed to wear eyeglasses in years. In all these different cities and states I lived in, no restriction on my even with vision. So I'm guessing it. I'm wondering if that might be it. If not that, then I'm really worried about what the restriction is, and so that got me high anxiety enough that I feel like I won't even be able to rest or relax this weekend in this hotel room because of feeling heavy anxiety about this restriction on my license. So I don't even know what the restriction actually is, but they have evil DMV workers that don't tell you how to properly do the vision test. They don't, and like, they almost got me in Metairie, Louisiana, in 2017. I'm glad that they had people generous enough to tell me, lean your head to the left so you can see all the letters, and then lean your head to the right so you can see all the letters. And I forgot all about that, especially being distracted and pissed off with these ladies there. The lady didn't even tell me, and a lot of the times at certain DMV offices, they'll sit there and let you fail the vision test without even telling you to. Like when they say press your forehead against the thing, and they don't tell you to lean your. They all should tell you to lean your left. Like they make it like it's supposed to be some random trick that you have to just discover, or else you'll fail the vision test. So the people doing the vision test, they trick you and don't even tell you that you have that the secret is that you have, in order to see all the letters, the extra letters, that you have to lean your forehead to the left side to see the extra letters on the left side with your left eye, and then the right side with your right eye. So that lady didn't even encourage me to, she was just so wrapped up and obsessed with falsely assuming that I'm going to spray the machine, the eye machine, with the rubbing alcohol. And I wasn't even any threat to doing that. I was just cleaning my hands. So she didn't even tell me that, you should lean your head to the left. She just told me, read on line 3 or something like that. She told me to read line 6. And I just read line 6. And then she said, do the same thing on the right side. Okay. And then she said, okay, you did good. You passed the vision test or whatever she said. So she, as far as I know, she told me that I passed the vision test, or that, you know, that everything looked good. So so then, I mean, that's evil. If you if you should tell your and I heard that even in New Orleans, they people were telling me, that that's the trick, that you should, that they're not gonna tell you that you have to physically lean your head to the left side, or to see more letters, or lean your head to the right side and see more letters. They'll try to just falsely make it like you're blind, but they try to trick you. And so in New Orleans and Metairie, they showed me that, and I'm glad that I was given a second chance to correct that, and because I haven't had vision problems, or vision restrictions with driving or anything like that. So I'm able to see smaller letters without glasses very well, very fine. So I think that lady, she covertly and secretly did that on purpose, just to be evil, and probably for narcissistic fake revenge punishment. So and they all humiliated me, and embarrassed me, and made me feel so bad, so bad. They really extremely humiliated me, publicly humiliated me in front of everybody. And then all she was hung up on, oh, if you spray the eye machine or whatever, it's gonna cost such and such so much money. I mean, I didn't even aim the spray bottle. I didn't even aim it at at the machine. And then she gave me, they have these you know, the isopropyl alcohol wipes anyway. So, and then the first thing she gave me was a packet of alcohol pad to wipe down the thing. Well, they do that anyway with everybody. So the first one she gave me was dry. It was dry. It wasn't moist. So then she gave me another one, and that one was moist. And I had to wipe down or was it her that wiped down the head part, the machine that you. Put your head at. So I'm hung up and shooken up about that, and I would hate to have to pay pay to get that straightened out, and then have to wait longer. If I had to pay extra to get that straightened out, and pay for another license, and then wait longer to get another license, I mean, in the mail. And see, that's how these gang stalkers. That's how they fuck you up. And then people want to talk about just ignore it. No, that's something like that you cannot ignore. So what? So I mean, so would I have to go to a freaking eye doctor and get glasses all over again? I haven't had glasses in over a decade. It's been over a decade since I wore glasses. And so they said that glasses do. I mean, they said that you know if you wonder why you wear glasses for a lot of your life, they said that wearing glasses make you dependent on them, just like taking medications make you dependent on them, and so that the doctors make more money. Because how the hell there's no cure for poor vision or whatever? But guess what? That's what the public mainstream media will make like. So I found out natural ways to improve your vision. Eating healthier food. Improve your vision naturally. A lot of vitamin A. So yeah, they won't tell you, and I know they say that computer screens and phone screens, TV and all, designed to ruin your vision and stuff. but my vision is perfectly fine. And as I said, I think she covertly and secretly did that on purpose for abusive, narcissistic, perp revenge punishment. And that got me like bothered and riled up all week, where I can't even relax, can't even get any rest or anything. They're just so damn evil. And so they had a narcissistic control freak fake TI perp, you know, today on, I'm not gonna say, telling me, that about ignoring the perps and stuff. And I said, well, I hate when they do that. And they're like, and then I had to hear a narcissistic lecture in a tweet. I almost blocked that person for telling me that too. Well, yeah, I said Twitter. I almost blocked that person for saying that too. I mean, I say I hate when they do that. So, and then I had to hear a narcissistic lecture about hate. So, you're the one who responded to my damn tweet. So, so then, I mean, that tweet that person sent me, is saying like it screams a narcissist, screams that of a narcissistic abuser, all the signs of a narc in one tweet. So and narcissistic abusers, they want you to just sit there and let them in your circle and let them tell you all kinds of hurtful, abusive, and triggering things, but then they'll make it like, oh yeah, you tell Candy one thing that she don't like and she'll straight up block you. But I don't have to take being triggered and abused. So they'll do that to smear campaign and make me out to look really crazy. But I don't have to take people talking to me a certain way or lecturing me or trying to tell me off about myself. Especially when you butt in and meddle in and I wasn't talking to your ass. So I feel really bad because yesterday they had somebody who talked that lingo like a Christian. And then like here on YouTube, they talk that lingo like a Christian. And then like they talk like a good Christian, like like a saved Christian. And then at the end of the YouTube comment, that person used the devil horn hand sign emoji. And so I blocked her. And then she kept on triggering me by calling me girl, all up in the post. And then so I blocked her on YouTube, and then later on, in the middle of the night, she donated me something. And then, I felt like, well, I feel confused about whether or not to take this or not. I really didn't want to take it. But, I'm in a predicament where I'm just struggling so hard and stuff. So, and she even called me girl in her message on the Cash App, too. And then she said something about, oh, God is good. I just got my taxes today. Oh, she said, girl, God is good. I just got my taxes or whatever. So, I hate how perps do that. And then she pretend to talk that lingo like she's both Christian and targeted. But that's a perp thing to do, too, to say something all Christ-like, and then next thing you know, show off who you are and take off your mask and throw up the devil horns or do something else satanic. Like they had this fake TI perp that said that she's targeted, and she had like no pictures on one of my other channels, and she called herself Hated Trash. So she said she was targeted really heavy and living out in the woods. So she wanted to, exchange phone numbers with me and then exchanged phone numbers with me, and then and then she showed me a picture. She texted me a picture of herself with one eye closed and her tongue sticking out. So that's satanic. And then I blocked her for doing that, and I never heard from her again, you know. So I don't even know. It's like these satanic perps. It's like they'll see me in desperate times. As I said, see me in desperate times, and they'll do one or two things: fake TI perps or regular perps. They would donate me money and then try to police or control what I should do with it or how I should spend it, and or they would donate and then show themselves like satanic numbers or words or triggering something like, and then I block them, and then they'll pretend like they're the victim and lie and say that, oh, I donated money to Candy, and then right after she blocked me. But yeah, you didn't tell what you did. You didn't tell me. I mean, you're not telling the world that, oh, Candy blocked me because I threw up the 666 satanic hand sign. Or, for example, somebody might talk that lingo like a Christian and then donate me money. And then after I accept the money, then they might be like, oh, well, what's your phone number? Oh, and then I tell them, and then they get on the phone with me and say, oh, take down all your videos. Either that, or they might, for example, after they take my phone number, then they might text me something like, I love Satan, back, and put the letters backwards. And then, and you say you're a Christian, and then donate me money, and then, text message me, I love Satan, and backwards letters. And then I catch on to what you're doing and then block you. And then they be like, yeah, don't donate her any money. She's ungrateful. She's an ingrate. I donated her $100 for a hotel night and some food and bus fare and laundry. I gave it all to her. And all she could do is block me. And she's ungrateful. And they play freaking games. Or they'll get on the phone or email me and be like, well, stop talking about your targeting, or ignore them. And they'll say ignore like as if I deserve to be like, have like, like as if I could psychologically and mentally picture as if they took their hands and forced my head into a corner crevice, like as if they're forcing me to stick my nose in timeout as punishment. And I'm supposed to be just defenseless and do nothing about all these attacks at me. Like them fucking with and restricting my driver's license. I can't ignore that. So I mean, so you tricking me to not be able to drive, or you're tricking me to not be able to drive, or have to waste more money and wait longer for a corrected license. On my Louisiana license, on my Florida license, on my California license, my Wisconsin license, my Texas license, my South Carolina license, all those driver's licenses, they had no vision restrictions. What the fuck is this lady doing? I'm really mad about that. So they already said it's supposed to take a month for your physical license to come. I have this interim paper license to carry around everywhere. And I didn't even notice until this morning. I mean, and me just getting the hell on out of there because of the incident that happened. It didn't even cross my mind to notice that restriction, and then confront and question them about it. Even though the lady did say, "Well, look over your everything and make sure everything, everything's okay. But I didn't even realize I didn't even realize I unintentionally overlooked that. And they probably put a witchcraft spell on me or mind controlled me to not notice that. And then me being severely sleep deprived, you know, due to my homelessness, and them hitting me with weapons, the directed energy weapons. So this is, satanic fuck up. So 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 it's like, so I mean, my anxiety is really high about that. But I want to say, but thanks, and I'm glad for the people who are nice and donate and they're respectful, and you know, and if they don't have an agenda, or if they're not out to try to control me or anything like that, they have some people who just donate, and they understand my situation and they donate, and I'd be like, well, thank you so much for the support, and they'd be like, not a problem, that's fine, but they got some people who narcs who pretend to do fake good deeds just for another opportunity to try to control you. Like, if somebody I hate when narcissistic abusers, for example, if they always do it in small increment, like if they donate me something like $5 and be like, well, make sure you spend it wisely, or make sure you use it wisely, which is code word for don't spend it at all. And they're not going to tell you that. I mean, to spend $5 on a bus pass to get to, fingerprinting for a job, a narcissistic abuser would, if they donated me $5 for that, and I went to go and get the fingerprinting, and then for a day pass, I would get berated and told that I wasn't supposed to spend the money on that. Like, well, what else, So, or if I'd be like, well, excuse me, anybody have change? Can anybody, help me out with food to eat? And then they'd be like, well, and you better make sure you spend it on food too. Or they'd be like, make sure you spend it on food. Or if I ask for help with the hotel room, and they have some people who donate, and I'd be like, thank you so much for helping me out, and they'd be like, not a problem, or whatever. Oh, it's fine. Don't it's no problem. But if they get narcissistic and act dictatorial, like act like a dictator on trying to control or police what they want you to spend it on, and then they're the main ones who smear, campaign, and lie and say, oh, she's an ingrate or she's ungrateful. So yeah, I mean, oh yeah, and I also want to say, when I was in New York too, that New York was another state that I lived in that I didn't have a vision restriction. I didn't have any restrictions on my vision. You know what? I probably did in Texas, but that was because I was already wearing glasses. But 2009, I really stopped wearing eyeglasses, and my vision, I have not needed any glasses. So yeah, 2007, I think I was wearing glasses. Last 2009 was the last year I wore glasses. Last time I got prescription filled and wore eyeglasses, and then they would give me the runaround with eyeglass prescriptions and um psychiatric medications. They would try to manipulate for me to have to pay for the psych meds, and Medicare and Medicaid would be arguing and fighting over who's gonna pay. If Medicare tell me no, Medicaid is gonna pay. Medicaid tell me Medicare is gonna pay, and then they turn around and say, well, you have to pay. So then I would have to end up being forced to pay for psych medication out of my pocket, and then I would have to hear narcissistic lectures from the fake social workers and mental health case managers and psychiatrists, therapists, that I'm mismanaging my social security check and spending it unwisely. If they narcissistically demand the answer for why the hell am I, if I just got paid on the third of the month, why am I broke on the fifth of the month? And I didn't even need those toxic psych medications anyway. So I hope y'all get where I'm coming from with talking about the donation thing. You know, if people who if they donate and they say, and if I say thanks for the help and they say have a nice day or God bless or something like that, or I would get some people who donate in hopes that they can get me to shut up about my targeting. you know that's another one type of control that they try to do, you know or try to tell me you need to focus on Jesus. They say it in a worldly attitude, with a secular kind of attitude and worldly tone of voice. And, it's triggering for people to try to tell me off about myself and tell me what I need to focus on. you know, trying to treat me like a total puppet on a string. You trying to, treat me like a child. Like as if I don't have, like as if I'm too retarded to know how to think independently. So, I'll say that evil lady at the DMV, she committed fraud on my driver's license. So also today, they had, at the moment, they hit me in my heart with the directed energy weapons. Now, a few minutes ago, they had my heart hurting, and now they're vibrating my whole body, and they're vibrating my heart at the moment. And it might be that bitch who had her freaking SUV parked right outside too. So, and I can't tell whether she was Hispanic or white. And she was giving me mean looks, and on her phone. And I couldn't even catch her face on my phone because I had the camera turned towards me. And if I would have had it the other way, then the direct opposite of me, then I could have showed her better. So she was giving me mean looks and all that, and they got a lot of illegals here that are staying here. They dominate this freaking hotel. There's a lot of them, but they all work and have a job. Yeah, nobody's restricting them from driving and having a car or a job or anything like that. So, they just keeping me held back. So earlier, I mean, twice I saw at two different times off camera, I saw two vehicles worth of people. One of them was a red car, tinted windows. I'm sorry, not tinted windows. A red car, and it was black people in a red SUV with no license plate, one brake light, and the person in the passenger side filming the shit out of me. And then the second SUV, it was a black or navy blue SUV, and no license plate and one brake light. Yeah, and the red SUV had one brake light also, and I couldn't get their asses on film. But I'm making note of it now. So even though I washed clothes and had clean clothes today, I had to pee, so bad with the forced urination. I don't even know if the forced urination coincides with all this fluid in my legs, because I didn't even drink a whole lot of water today. But I've been randomly just have to drop everything and go run. And then when I end up having to pee and nearly pee on myself, and ended up getting some pee on my pants and underwear, and then pee on the floor and stuff, and have to clean it up, and then walking around with pee in the back of my pants barely making it to the bathroom and have to piss like a horse. And so even today, being out in public, the forced urination, and I ended up getting some pee in my pants, But yesterday was really bad. Like I told y'all, I had to keep getting up and go pee every I had to keep on getting up and go pee every hour, and then barely making it to the bathroom. But I don't remember if it happened to me or other people. If if it was happened to me or other people, if the leg swelling edema is so bad that the fluid breaks through your skin and start, you know, fluid start coming down your leg and stuff. So last night, I was afraid that I was gonna die, and my right leg was swollen so bad, that it's like it really felt like my legs were about to burst at the seams. So you know, but I try to go into Walgreens. I wanted to try to buy something too, and but I try to go to Walgreens, and I asked to use the bathroom. I asked if there was a bathroom, and the guy straight up, a black guy too, he straight up said he worked there too. He said straight up said nope. Like basically, there's no bathroom at. I'm like, they have no bathroom at Walgreens. Well, no public restroom at Walgreens downtown. And the lady, she was nice and said that the reason why they shut it down because too many people kept clogging up and stopping up the toilet. So I had to go into this restaurant and they were generous enough to let me go use the bathroom, and I ended up getting a little bit pee on myself then. And when I was at the place to go get the fingerprinting, I got some pee in my pants and underwear and stuff, and I wearing a bladder pad and stuff. So yeah. So yesterday, what I had to do was, after the perps trying to get my TikTok taken down, so what I had to do was I had to set my TikTok account to private, and then log off, and then delete the app off my phone, trying to save my account. And then because the perps, afterwards they wouldn't even I showed y'all that false I showed the video of that false accusation of integrity and authenticity with that video that I showed y'all at the Social Security office exposing the gang stalking craziness, and I couldn't get my business handled. So I'm starting to feel like Cincinnati really sucks. So I didn't realize I would encounter so much hell, and I feel like I should have stayed in Pensacola, but they ran me out of Pensacola, and me being wrongfully banned from or falsely accused of stuff at too many different places that I basically didn't have nowhere else to go. And so the online perps bragged about, finding out that I was staying at the Extended Stay Hotel, and bragging about the shower situation, bragging about, calling up the place where I would go swim and shower over there. So and it's like they don't have the authority to do this, you know. So and it's like all this evil and wrong that people get away with, but my life got to be so restricted. You know, I mean, that lady just wanted a malicious opportunity to restrict me from driving. And then they get surprised when people lash out on them. But I've been see. I mean, I've been having like better self control and less violence when I'm all these years of not being on psychiatric medications. But if I was still on those psych medications that mind control you to act a certain way, I would have been violent a long time ago in a lot of these situations. So I'm glad I don't take the medicine no more. You know, it's not helping. The medicine does not help. But I never got arrested or been to jail for physically assaulting somebody. You know, but yet I have a false bad reputation of being violent. But abusive narcissistic perps want to trigger and provoke me and vex me and rile me up and everything, and you trying to keep your composure and try to still be polite and respectful while they be rude as they want to be. Rude as they want. So or they'll hit you and lie and say you hit them, or lie and say that you hit them first, or they'll try to put their hands on you, and as I say, use humiliating violence to try to control and punish you. And depending on the audience, they will brag and boast about having power over you. Or if they hit you and you hit them back, then they'll pretend to play like they're the victim and like you hurt them so bad. Just to get you in trouble. Even if they put their hands on you first. So yeah, I mean, and I thought about doing the same thing with my Twitter. I thought about doing the same thing with my Twitter as with the TikTok, but I figured that I would leave the Twitter open because to try to share my writings and stuff, So I mean, and I got a boil on each leg of my thighs, and the boil on my right leg, it won't pop. It's a small boil or cyst or whatever on my right leg. It won't pop, and then I have one on my left leg that it seemed like it mostly popped. So I said that I will not leave out of here for the rest of the night, and I won't leave out of I don't plan to leave out of this room for the rest of the night. And then tomorrow I plan to not leave. I mean, I'm going to go out just for breakfast, and that's it. I don't plan to leave out. I don't plan to leave out for anything else later on except breakfast. Just go out, to the lobby for breakfast, and then come back here and stay in here all day. And I don't plan on leaving the hotel premises, tomorrow. So somebody help me with, another night and so I can stay here until Sunday, and then the weather's going to be wishy washy all week this coming week, and I can't. I mean, I think I was supposed to have had. I don't even know. I don't even have an answer yet. I do not know if Cincinnati does state SSI or not. And I need to get my, I can't even get my Social Security and SSI situation straightened out. So I don't know if they do state SSI or not, or if my Social Security is still gonna stay what it is. And I um I need to, I'm trying to get a job, even though as much as I said that, all the hell that I've been through, and I get frustrated and say I don't even want a job anymore. But it's hard to even doggone survive. And like that lady psychologically and mentally and emotionally traumatized me at that seasonal job in January, last month. And she was very extreme and abusive, narcissistic bully, and self-righteous to the core. Thought she was perfect, but throwing up satanic hand signs. Delusionally believes she's bigger, better, and higher than God. So, I don't even know if I should take the other job that's slightly lower pay than the, but I guess you get a little bit longer hours, but slightly lower pay than the warehouse job. The other job is supposed to be like a cashier job or something. So, but those are the only two jobs that there's any hope, any possible hope. I was with the warehouse job. I was supposed to have, if things would have got done in time, I was supposed to have started the job today. But I think they said that the background check is supposed to come between March 1st and March 6th. So with the other job, they say it's supposed after the fingerprinting results are supposed to come within 3 to 5, I guess, business days or regular day. I think 3 to 5 business days or so. So even by this next week, I would not have been able to secure employment yet. And then, they, being targeted, workplace mobbing is guaranteed to be expected. So, I hate that. So, I think I said everything I needed to say, and I'm sitting here feeling like I hope I didn't offend anyone, So, with my Amazon ebooks, I figure, if people prefer to buy the ebook and support, then they can do it that way. Or if they wanted to, they can just read the ebooks or short stories on my blog or Ko-fi for free, or you can donate through the blog or Ko-fi. But if you wanted to buy the ebook, you can choose to do that. I wanted to give people their own voluntary options on what they wanted to do. Or even if you didn't want to donate, but you just, read the short story or something like that. Thanks for the compliments and helping me boost my confidence and stuff like that. And one thing I hate with the regular job or with homelessness, it's hard for me to get to work on my writings and stuff. But because like the first ebook that I wrote, guess where I was at? Hospitality Inn Extended Stay Hotel in Pensacola. That's where I wrote and published my first ebook. Well, I mean, I actually wrote it out. I don't remember if I published it there, but I wrote it out over there, you know. So it seems like the most I can function to do is short stories when I'm on the streets. But if I'm working a full-time job, I have zero time or almost no time to work on my short stories when I'm having, you know, a regular job. But I mean, I feel disappointed, bitter, and upset because the online game stalkers won't allow me to make a living from my writings, or make, you know, make a living or make money from my writings. And so, which lead me to be forced to go find employment, and they don't even want me employed either. They don't want me making money any kind of way. So, with the online purpose of making certain false accusations when I was working at the Gulf Breeze Middle School and High School, if they would lie on me and make threats saying that we're gonna report you and we're gonna report you to your job, and you never do your work, and you know all you do is do videos all day, which is not true. But they're mad because when I would be on break, I would do a video exposing them, like during my 30-minute break or something like that. And we didn't have a supervisor hounding us down, and my work was always done by the end of the day. Also, I would clean all the bathrooms that I needed to clean. So the people at work, they would say that I would have the bathrooms looking and smelling beautiful, and that when I was working there, that the teachers, the school teachers, were and the principal, they loved me. They were always impressed about how well I cleaned the doggone bathrooms. But one challenging thing was cleaning the classrooms. You know, because certain things, you know, it was just complicated and difficult trying to clean the classrooms, especially mopping the big ass floor and all the student desks in the way made it like more challenging for me. You know, so but I even had I have janitorial experience, and I had a couple of janitorial jobs that just turned down my application, that they turned me down. Um, and they had certain jobs that were $21 an hour that were janitorial with no experience, or certain other jobs that would be 21, 22, $23 an hour with no experience necessary, and they pay every day. And I'm like, wow. And those were the jobs that they all ignored me when I applied for them. So it's a big challenge to be homeless and be sleep deprived, and then, you know, and certain jobs won't even allow me to have my backpack when I'm homeless on the streets. Like the owners at Seville Quarter used to have a bitch fit and didn't even want us to have our backpacks at the job. You know, that they prefer. And I'm like, well, if I'm homeless on the streets with no car, where the hell else am I supposed to put my backpack? So so I have to carry my backpack, my book bag, you know, backpack everywhere, because I don't have a secret hiding place. You know, Cincinnati's more city-like. Pensacola was pretty city. It was like a mixture of city and country, you know. But Cincinnati is like way more heavily populated and more city than Pensacola. You know, I don't have any. I'm still new and try to learn, you know, both this area in Kentucky and also trying to learn Cincinnati also. So yeah. So and my legs are swelling so bad that um the moment I don't even have to press hard. The moment all I got to do is touch my legs and they hurt and they hurt. My legs actually hurt, and that's from being on the streets and being sleep deprived and not having a place where I can lay down and stretch my legs. But when I'm in a hotel room and I lay down and stretch my legs, um, you won't see all that. I don't have all this swelling. And then when I'm in the hotel room, like after 2 or 3 nights, then after 2 or 3 nights in the hotel room, um, my legs are back to normal. Like they're not even swollen. Like they be huge. I mean, felt like my legs were about to burst apart. And other professed targeted individuals, even skinny targeted individuals, will say that that's the nanotechnology and the directed energy weapons making them swell up, you know. And so I still have more I need to learn. Um, but a lot of it, I cannot learn a lot of stuff about these gang stalking tactics because either professed targeted individuals, they either have me blocked or me having them blocked because of the fake TI perps and the smear campaigns. Or certain professed targets, they profess to believe in God but don't even like me for no reason. And I never came across their page. I never did them anything or what. So, you know, they got the lies, false rumors, smear campaigns, and gossip, even in the so-called TI community, and y'all falsely call yourselves chosen ones. You know, and the main ones who go around perping and abusing, they falsely glorify themselves as chosen while they promote new age, fake star seed and indigo and all that, and light worker and all that. You know, I briefly fell for that indigo child new age thing. Well, I do have a lot of the traits of I do have a lot of and I heard that that's from autism or Asperger syndrome. I do have a lot of the traits of what people would call um you know, indigo child or light worker, but I don't believe it. I briefly believed in it for a moment, but you know, it's new age, so I don't follow it. You know, I'm still in the fake IDMR called it mixed Freemasonry, New Age plus Bible plus perverted weird science and man worship. You know, New Age, Freemason, fake science, by perverted Bible. You know, um, so tonight is another cold night in the doggone 20s and 30s and stuff. And as I said, my hometown, New Orleans, the weather was so nice, like 86. But it was hotter than Pensacola in doggone February, you know. So I'm feeling like I can't wait till this coming Friday. That I feel like I'm waiting to get out of jail or wait to get out of prison. This coming Friday, I'm supposed to, you know, get my Social Security check. See, I went broke so fast traveling up here. So I needed help all month long. So, you know, I have to pay my storage bill and my phone bill. And then since I'm new here and I even with the letter that I wrote, I said I needed a replacement Medicare card as well, and I think I said Medicaid too. So I needed. I mean, I don't even know if it's possible if I could go to the office and show them my Social Security award letter and then get disabled um, bus pass or something like that. Um, how would that work? And I don't even know if it's possible if I were to get disabled. I don't know if they do a disabled bus pass for an all day pass. I don't know. So it's rough. It's rough trying to get a job and being homeless and homeless on the streets, and then trying to get and then having a job, trying to get a job, and the idea of really having no place to shower and stay clean, and they emphasize on wanting you to have neat appearance and everything, you know so I spent up almost all my money within a few days with the 240 almost $250 bus ticket to get up here, and then spending the rest of the money on hotel room, and then the last portion of the money was spent on the driver's license, and they screwed the perps. I mean, I told you that lady that she screwed that up. So I've long not had my own money from the Social Security check. That was gone, right after I got up here, and then I reserved a certain amount of money, like $30. I set it aside until I got the opportunity to try to get my license switched over, and they screwed that over. So now I guess I have to waste more money to and wait longer for an amended license. I don't even know what the restriction is, but I'm guessing that restriction A, that if it's not vision, then I don't know what other restriction it is. I need to find out, and they said that the only way you can find out is contacting the office. And then this week, so I got to try to, it's like I got a lot I need to do. I need to write down things I need to do, and I need to see about getting my taxes, all the tax paperwork, try to get that gathered, and try to see about, getting the taxes and the tax return. I understand that I'll end up getting way less this year, So I don't even know how much I would get in taxes, get. So I mean, some people are already talking about how they got their tax returns back, but I haven't even started yet. Since I had to move up here and trying to get settled here, I haven't started yet. I got a couple of bits of my tax stuff gathered, but I need one more thing gathered up to I need one more piece of paper. I mean, one more tax return gathered up, and that was from that Alsco job, the temp service where I worked, the Alsco job, and it didn't work out that day. I'm trying to get that paperwork, even if it was just one day and not the whole day. I'm trying to get everything, just stay on the safe side. That, and plus the doggone Avis job. Look at that, the Avis job. Their workplace mobbed me off the job within 12 days, not even 2 weeks. And that was 12 calendar days. And I think I worked 10 days. And that was a struggle to try to get transportation and food and hotel room with that job. So And the online perps were, falsely accusing me of scamming and manipulating with the money with that. But the buses stopped running at a certain time, so I had no choice but to take a cab after work, and struggling for money for for transportation. So it it costed like $20 for a cab to get to $22 to get to that motel that I was staying at. But all I had was $11, and I used that for no $10 or $11, and I used that for something to eat because I hadn't eaten all day and working all those hours out in the hot sun. And then the online perps, they falsely accused me of scamming a coworker. They don't know what the hell they're talking about, but I know that they're just maliciously, falsely accusing and having stuff to gossip about. You know, so they are vibrating my heart right now. And another person just pulled up and parked right next to my window. So since I'm in a hotel room, I know I feel unhealthy and I feel like shit. But for dinner, I had ramen noodles, canned sardines, and oatmeal cookies. And I didn't even get to eat like a real lunch, but I just had bottled water, a small bag of chips, and some peanut butter crackers. And that was so called lunch. You hear that thumping? So I don't know why people think that just because you're homeless on the streets that there's a lot of money that can be saved, which is not true because y'all hear that thumping? And a lot of people are saying that homelessness is more expensive than being housed. These assholes, what are y'all doing? I heard another thump. And there's more lighting outside of my like vehicle lighting outside of my hotel room. Hold up. My legs hurt from the swelling. Oh, that's the red issue. Red vehicle, red shirt. And I think I hear that music too. Hey, I'm trying to close the blinds. I mean the curtains. Dang. Excuse me. The curtains won't even. I'm trying to close it to where they won't see me at all. I think I did it better this time. So the people who support me without and the people who support me who don't have an agenda to control or perp or manipulate, people who help me and don't have an agenda and who don't play psych games, people who genuinely help me and don't expect anything in return. Thanks 90 million. Thanks not thanks 1 million, but thanks 90 million. And Thanks for the support. I'm saying, like, thanks for the, thanks for the thumbs up. Thanks for taking your uh, thanks for taking your time out to watch my crazy videos. Like, thanks for, giving me any time to even watch, you know, my videos when y'all can be doing something better with your life. I ain't nobody, I ain't nothing. But thanks so much, for watching my videos, or thanks for believing, defending, and supporting me. Thanks for the thumbs up. Thanks for reading my short stories, or thanks for the supportive comments. And thanks for the donation. And if you have it in your heart to donate and wish you could, but then you can't, thanks for that too. And as I said, I'm trying to work. It's a hard battle that they sabotage and set back everything I do. It's like they try to set back everything I do with the with with me trying to better myself and get back on my feet. They restrict everything with me being targeted. And it's a doggone shame that I have so many enemies in the so-called TI community who hate my guts and stay away from me and don't like me, and neither one of us know anything about each other, or they have me blocked and before even investigating or knowing the truth about me and their popular fake fake TI perp friend. But I guess people will say I made a big mistake by going against the popular fakes, or challenging the popular fakes. It's like a fake elitist hierarchy cult in the so-called TI community, because that's what the popular fakes had turned it into. And so the real targets are manipulated, mind controlled, and brainwashed into fighting and hating each other. And how y'all call yourselves chosen if y'all don't have the love of Christ or any forgiveness or anything? Y'all stay grudgeful. So, but then I had to hear a narcissistic lecture about hate. For me to say I hate the perp tactics, yeah, I hate them too. I mean, I hate the perps too. Especially if they're not getting punished for what they do to me. But they want God to, the fake TI perps want God to punish me so bad. They want me to reap what I sow, or they want me to get karma. That new age fake karma. But the new age fake karma is like a new age fake perverted version of the righteous biblical reaping what you sow. But the fake TI perps and regular perps make a false smear campaign that I just go around treating people bad and doing people real, real dirty. Or that I'm dogging over and disrespecting people. But, I mean, before the what started, I had never been known to be a scammer. Never been known to be a cheater. So that's from, ignorant internet strangers that don't know anything. But then the perps, they just want to have their malicious smear campaign to stop me from getting the truth out about them. And I'm tired of biting my tongue, turning the other cheek, shutting up, and ignoring. Y'all say stop being a punk and fight back. And that I'll be the first to sell out because I'm so scared. Now I need to fight back. And I've been fighting back, and I guess it gets me into quote-unquote trouble. But I've been more bold and aggressive since, finding out about the targeting and being more courageous. But deep inside, I really still be scared and traumatized and frightened. But back then, I used to be people would always describe me to be meek and humble. And they still say that about me. So thanks for listening to my crazy ass for over an hour and a half. I love y'all. I'll see y'all later. And I would like to write another short story or two tomorrow. And it's now, what time is it? 8:59 p.m. And they shut off the damn internet. Shut off the Wi-Fi. So, I have to, I guess, reconnect. So, thanks for listening to me. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. And I have the donation information in the description box of almost all my videos. And y'all can check out my blog and my Ko-fi, my petition. If y'all can sign my petition, the change.org petition. I have my link tree. And I have my fundraiser. And I'm trying what I could, but I am exhausted and feel like wanting to give up sometimes. But it's hard to keep going. I feel so weak. So I'm going to keep trying. It's hard to keep. I'm exhausted and worn out, what I'm suffering through. And having hardly much anybody, So thanks for listening to me. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye. Love y'all.